because you seemed to play very well for the first half hour and then conceded goals very easily.
Yeah, we played 2 games like defend so deep, and after I scored the goal the second minutes, and we didn't concede anything for them. We struggled because it's normal, because it's so difficult when Jamie Vardy is 10, 15 meters, 10, 15 yards away from the 18-yard box. The spaces are so difficult to find it. And like we didn't create much. We had a clear chance with Dino, but we didn't create much in this position. We start to think that, we are not playing good, what happened? And it was completely opposite. We were good. But they didn't want to run. They wanted to run with the Barnes, with Pratt, and with Vardy, but they didn't run. So, but after settle all the team there, and we concede 3 penalties after, it's more difficult. After 1-1 and 2-1, we are not strong enough to be stable, to be patient. Even with the 2-5, they settle back there with 11 players. It's so difficult to create chances. In the past, it happened sometimes in these 4 years together that the teams, but we were calm and patient to move them, to run in the right moment to find the solution. And because in these games we didn't win 3 or 4 or 5, we didn't 1-0 or 0-1 or 1-2 in the short margin. But today the result or the consequence, it was more that the fact, of course, we give them 3 penalties. After that, it's more too difficult to win. The force for Madison is exceptional. But especially when we start to thinking we are playing bad, well, we are not playing bad. Well, we spoke in the halftime, so we are playing good. So try to avoid the mistakes there, but we are playing good. And just to try to be patient, don't let them run the 3 people up front, and the rest will be in our hands. But unfortunately, we conceded the second, the third, and after was more difficult.
Okay, Ben Ransom.
Hi, Pep. I know you can't talk about Ruben Diaz at this point, but it looks as though Nicolas Otamendi is going to be leaving. Can you give? I mean, he's been a great servant, obviously, for Manchester City. He's won titles here. Can you give us an idea of why now is the time for him to move on?
It's not official for Ben, so let me wait until when it's official, and after it will be a pleasure to give you a statement, an important player in these years from Nico.
Can you tell us how many players you do hope to have in by the time the transfer window closes?
You know, Ben, I don't talk about this in the press conference. We'll see what happens. It's going to happen.
Thank you, Ben. Jack Gorn, next.
Yeah, Pep. There was a few times last year at home when you struggled to create chances, and the same happened today. I just wondered what you put that down to, because you had lots and lots of the ball, but didn't have that many opportunities.
Yeah, it's difficult. Maybe we had to let them get out and after punish them a counter-attack, but we are built for this and insist on the quality of the players that we have up front. When strikers, they come back and be more patient and try to avoid, don't run. That is the only point.
Simon Baskowski.
Hi, Pep. How difficult is it when the players stop believing that they're playing good to convince them that they are?
No, they want to play, do it. We did it well in the first 25, 30 minutes, honestly. We don't create much because this is difficult, always have been. When one team decide to come here with a striker is 10, 15 yards, always was and will be difficult all the time. When this happens, be patient, put the balls more there in the box and avoid to the counter-attacks, avoid they can run. But the penalties we conceded was not in counter-attack. We were settled there. So, and that is what they have to improve. And we have done many times in that situation. So sometimes it's difficult, sometimes we struggle. So be patient. So the games is not winning for 10 minutes or 50 minutes or after 30 minutes. You need sometimes more time. Sometimes you score goals earlier, sometimes you need more time. This is what it is.
Okay, Sam Lee.
Hi, Pep. Just on the theme of the team playing well and believing they were playing well, I hate to boil it down to one moment, and that's not what I'm getting at. But with that first substitution, the Fernandinho off and Liam Delap on, what were you looking to change in the game? What were you looking for the team?
Well, put one player in the box with a big presence and good header, and stay there. It's not easy because they have 3 central half there in penalty spot, so it's not easy. And with Kyle, control Barnes, what they have done many times, and instead to Dino. So this was the idea.
Okay, Dave McDonnell.
Hi, Pep. I mean, we've seen in recent seasons teams cannot afford to drop too many points as you did last season and hope to be in the race for the title. How concerned are you at this early defeat and the impact it could have going forward?
Yeah, of course, it's tough. Lose 2-5 at home is not easy to accept it, but we have to accept it and still is a second game and look what happened in the next games.
Okay, we have a question from Lars Magnus Royce. Just unmuting you now.
Unmute, there we are. Hi, Pep. I was just wondering, after the game today, what sort of message have you given to your players after conceding 5 goals at home?
How good they are, how good team they are, how good players they are, and they know exactly the defeat, the painful, but it's not time to stay. It's have to start again.
Last question we have here from Jordan Blackwell. Jordan.
Oh, sorry, I must have pressed the button by mistake. I'm okay, thank you.
Okay. In which case we're done. Thank you.
Thank you.